Well, I'm so thankful that you're here and that you're allowing me to just chat with you. And I hope that this is helpful to you as I share my thoughts and feelings and just encourage you. So, something I wanted to touch on today is energy and rest. Because when I started my new business, it's a new niche and there's not a lot of blueprint or there's not a path carved. So I've had to make loads of decisions for myself, working for myself, figuring it out pretty much by myself. And I'm designing a course on resting and I'm putting together a retreat, which I'm so excited about. I'm just excited about all these new things, but it's tiring to my brain to make all those decisions all the time. So I found myself yesterday, and it was last Thursday. So I don't know if I'm just working really hard during the week and just figuring, or like Thursday hits and I'm just done. But I was so unmotivated yesterday and the previous Thursday. And I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to feed myself. I just wanted to like veg. And my mind was just fried. And in the moment, both days, I really felt like I knew that I needed to stop, but there was so much to do. And so it's it's been a huge practice because it was April of 2019 when I first started to really even consider and think about resting. And then it turned into stillness. And then it turned into figuring out what it was that I needed. And then it turned into asking for what I needed and trusting myself. This has just been a really long practice. And so I was able to catch myself and say, okay, look, obviously your brain is fried and it's tired, and you just need a day off to not do something or to not do those heavy thinking things. And that's totally okay, right? But we just don't feel like it is. As women, we feel like we have to do all the things for everyone else, or we feel like it's our responsibility to make sure somebody else is happy, or we've got to have all these things in place for us to be able to just chill out. And those are things that I'm really hoping that we can work through. In fact, that's what my course is designed for, resting, which doesn't sound all that exciting, but it's so soul fulfilling. I actually had a client tell me in my research, it was the best thing I ever did in my whole entire life was learn how to rest. And so I just want to revisit something I work on with my clients is this concept of spoons for energy. And that just says that every day you wake up and you've got, a certain amount of energy, and we're going to call those spoons. So maybe on a great day, you wake up with 10 spoons and you're able to distribute those evenly throughout your day. Make it to the end of the day, you feel accomplished and you feel fantastic. Then a lot of times it's our expectation that every day is going to look like that. But it's just not true. We sometimes wake up with 8 spoons or 5 spoons. Sometimes we have 10 spoons when we wake up, but then they're gone before lunch. And that just happens. And I think that something I would love to see more women embrace is the fact that your spoons aren't going to look the same every day, and that's okay. I think that we are really just called to do our best for that day. And that doesn't have to look the same as it did yesterday if yesterday was excellent. And it could look better if yesterday was terrible. And especially when we're going through hard things like grief or huge decisions or lots of brain work where we've got to make new decisions for big pieces of our life or, blazing a new trail, our energy is going to look different. And if you need a nap to refuel, get a couple more spoons to get you through the day, that's okay. If you need a walk to get you through, that's okay. Just whatever that is. So, what I would love to hear from you is, what does it look like for you when you're running out of energy or you're realizing that you're getting burnout? And not even necessarily daily, but in the grand scheme of things, because I went through a long patch of rediscovering myself and just figuring things out. And those several years were exhausting. And I napped a lot and I showed up as best as I could in that moment. So even if you're looking at a big chunk and not just a day, what does your burnout look like? Or what are your flags that your energy is running low and you need to reset? Um, I would love to hear from you because that's something that I want to work on for myself. I want to work on helping my clients just really be aware of those things. And I would love to include that in my course because it shows up a little differently for everyone. And I think that the more signs we have, the more aware we can become. So even if you're not aware of it yet and you can't like answer that question right now, I would just love for you to be able to pay attention to that during the week. Like, are you running low on energy? Are you feeling like your brain is finished? Are you getting impatient? Are you getting grumpy? Like, what does that look like when you're needing a rest? And by rest, I don't necessarily mean sleep, though it could be sleep. Sometimes I'm just done and I want to go to bed for the night, and sometimes I need a nap. But whatever that looks like, tell me. I would love to know what that looks like for you and what are the signs. And if you don't know those, just maybe become aware of those this week. So I just want to leave you with that. Do your best every day, whatever that looks like. If it's one spoon, it's one spoon. If it's 0 spoons like I had yesterday, I had 1 spoon yesterday because I did shower and take a walk, but that was about it. So whatever that looks like for your best that day, that's okay. And love yourself enough to either become aware before you burn out or give yourself that time when you feel that burnout to just do something that refuels you. All right. So be sure you register so I can send you the weekly videos straight to your email so you never have to search for them. And you can also subscribe to my channel. All right. And if you think that working together sounds fun or you're curious even, let's set up a free discovery call. It's a 30-minute virtual session where we just get to know each other and you kind of talk about what you'd like clarity around. We talk about if that's a good fit for us. And then I would let you know what that looks like as far as length of coaching and cost. So I hope you have a fantastic week. I don't have a sign off phrase yet, but I do love you and I do want the best for you. So let's just keep working together on empowering ourselves.